Brick City Everything is coming back with you guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. You're more than welcome to share my videos, okay? This download is going to be consist of where this young man, where he's looking for a wife and everything, he found a wife. But only thing about this and that is like he's, you know how when you meet people, you can meet them at the store, you can meet them online, you can meet them when you go into church, okay, at the store, church, at the park, etc., and it goes on and on, okay? But this download is consists of where this young man, he's trying to find him a wife, okay? So in the midst of him trying to find his wife, he think that's his wife, but in so many words, like as when you guys go out into the world, right? Like I always say, the battlefield is in your house, okay? It's very windy out here, you guys all know. This is one of my favorite spots down here by the river, okay? I come down here and I get my downloads and everything. I just get my peace of mind, okay? And I love being around the trees and everything. I get grounded and everything like that. You see what I'm saying? You can come outside, you get grounded, you can hug the trees, breathe in and out, get in the grass, walk around in the grass, and you know, and just play in it. You know, you can, that's how you can get grounded also, okay? But today the download is consistent of where this young man, is trying to find his wife, okay? But in so many words, this is how it went. I got this download like a week ago, but I have to piece up everything because once I get one download, I get 3 of them. But then you cannot put all of it together, okay? When you're a spiritual being like I am, I get my downloads from the heavens. You see what I'm saying? I get my downloads from the heavens. So when I get my downloads, I have to piece them up, okay? But this download is consist of where this young man, he's trying to find him a wife, okay? But as he in the midst of finding his wife, he's basically putting an investigator, private investigator on her to see if she living the will of God, okay? You know how sometimes people hide behind the mask and do this and everything online or in person, but then behind closed doors, they are manipulators, okay? That's like hiding behind the cross and hiding behind titles and everything like that. I got all different type of videos on my channel, you see, because I got YouTube channel, I got Instagram, I got TikTok, and it goes on Facebook, and it goes on and on, okay? But most of my videos is on the YouTube channel, Brick City Earth Angel 1800. That's where you see what I'm saying? But going back to the download, this man here, this young man, he's got a private detector on this young lady to see if she living the will of God, or she's going out to the clubs and trying to see if that's the right one. That's why I tell you guys, because sometimes you can meet your wife or your husband online, or you can meet them when you go to the store, to the park, and it goes on and on, okay? But this download, that's why I tell you guys, always live in your truth, because you never know when your husband or your wife is coming for you, okay? Because he's trying to see if this is the right one before he really just jump into it. You see what I'm saying? A private investigator, as in when they going everywhere this young lady goes. You see what I'm saying? They pop up at the stores and stuff, ask for her name, ask for the phone number and everything like that, to see if she's in the world. You see what I'm saying? But sometimes when it's like this and that, that's how sometimes people that wants to know if that person is real or not, that's what they do. You see, and you can't fault nobody for doing that, because they want to see, is this person real or this person fake? If they living in the truth, okay? If they hiding behind the cross, sometimes people hides behind the cross, and I understand, because that's what people do. They'll say one thing and then they jump into the other when they ain't even living their life. You see what I'm saying? But this download is consistent with this young man. He's trying to see if that's his wife or not. He got private detectives and everything following her, trying to see if she's into the world, okay? Because where the Holy Spirit dropped this down on me a week ago, and it could be me being real. You see what I'm saying? Because my downloads consist of, it could be something going into my life that God wanted me to think about what's going on around me. You see what I'm saying? It could be somebody in Chicago, or could be somebody in Nebraska. You see what I'm saying? Or in Africa, or in another country. You see what I'm saying? Because we got the internet, the media, social media is all around us, correct? But when I get my downloads and everything, it could be for me, it could be for you, it could be for anyone that watch on my channel, correct? But this man, in so many words, he's trying to see if she living the truth, okay? Before he really just talked to her and just talk to her, he wanted to know her background. And you know, everybody got a background, but only thing about it, when you live in the God, you gotta eat it, you gotta shit, you gotta, you gotta live it, you gotta, you just gotta do all these things, right? Because sometimes when people live in the will of God, they got two lives, all right? Because they are not living the will of God. I got another download after this one, where I got another download where God showed me about a lot of stuff going on into the church and everything, but that's consists of another download. But you guys got to think about when people that wants to know if that's the right one for them, okay? Always remember, no matter where you go, everybody is up under surveillance. Like right now, I'm down here at the park and everything, but I'm up under surveillance. Everywhere you go, you up under surveillance. You up under surveillance in your own home. And people don't even realize it. You see what I'm saying? I have found bulbs in my house, and most of the time about smoke detectors and stuff like that. When you see the green light in those smoke detectors, that is a camera. I have found all different type of things in my apartments and everything, because everybody, you are under surveillance no matter where you go. In the stores, you see what I'm saying, in your home, in your job, you thinking you making love to your loved one and everything, you on camera. You see what I'm saying? That's how people, especially when you rent from different people, because they got cameras are so small, like it could be in my glass, it could be in your outlets, in your home, every time, all different type of things. I have found all different type of things in my house. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm anointed, and people does all different type of things. But you have to think about the places that you go to on this earth, okay? And everything is consists of what everything is. What is the battlefield? Every day you on the battlefield. In your house, you on the battlefield. You see what I'm saying? Satan can attack you in your home, wherever you at the moment. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say it's the battlefield, people, because it's the spiritual warfare is going on. The things that we cannot see, you can feel it, but you cannot see it. You see what I'm saying? But you got to have a third eye. You have to be awakened. You see what I'm saying? Because I have been awakened by my Lord Jesus Christ, right? I'm one of the chosen ones, right? Because I got gifts. That's why I have downloads and everything, or whatever like this and that. That's why I get on my page. But sometimes these downloads could be for me. You see, when I get the downloads, like I was telling you guys, that this download consists of, I be everywhere when I start talking. But I always come back to where I was talking about, correct? But this download consists of where this man got money. You don't really have to have so much money to get a private detector, private investigator to see about this woman, or could be a woman trying to see about a young man. Is this man is who he say he is? You see what I'm saying? Before they just come and talk to you, because they got all their I's dotted and their T's crossed, because when you live in the will of God, you have to do things like that. But me, myself, and I know who's really, who's fake, because what? That's one of my gifts. You see, sometimes people do not have gifts, and they do private detector, PIs and stuff like that to look at people's backgrounds to see, okay, is she living like this, or is he living like this? Okay? Because sometimes people they are what they are acting. Sometimes when you be living, is sitting beside the same person that is a demon, and you not even know that. You see what I'm saying? That's why I got a whole lot of stories, downloads, and also testimonies with my life, what I have done, what I have lived, and everything, correct? But once you know better, you do better. That's what my channel consists of. Once you know better, you do better. Because when you was 10 years old, you don't know. Hell, I did not know things. Right? I'm 50 years old. When I was 20 years old, I did not know that. I had to what? A ball lesson is a what? It's a talk lesson. And that when I mean about a ball lesson is a talk lesson is when you going through your problems. And you what? Hey, I bought that lesson. Now I ain't going through that shit no more. It's just like you stepping in some shit. Dog shit. And you got some brand new tennis shoes. You can holler, hold on, I see that shit. Hey, I gotta walk around it. That's consists of what? Your climatic problems and everything. You see? Because once this happened into your life, you have to what? A ball lesson is a talk lesson. I know I'm not gonna do that no more, right? I'm not gonna mess with that type of man no more, or that type of young lady no more. Correct? That's what this man is doing, is trying to see if this young lady is living the will of God, or it could be this young man trying to see where this young woman trying to see this young man is living the will of God. Okay? Because it go both ways. You see, my downloads could go both ways. It could be 30-year-old, could be a 70-year-old man, could be a 90-year-old woman. Because life is still ticking, right? That's what it's all about. When you know better, you do better. That's why the young man is what? Got a PI on the woman. Everywhere the girl go, the woman go. People walk up to her, try to get her phone number. Okay, if she's a thought, you see? All different type of things. Okay, do she go to the clubs? Do he do this? You see? Because they want to know, is you the truth? You see what I'm saying? But then when you live in the will of God like I am, I got gifts. Ain't nobody got to tell me nothing. I can, look, tap into your energy. That's what it's all consists of, energy on this earth. Water is energy, paper energy, concrete is energy. You see, wood energy. We are all consist of energy. Everything on this earth is energy, people. That's why I tell you guys, you have the right to what? Shut it down. Shut Satan down when he come towards you. Because what? If you cut on your light, hey, he gonna flee. That's what I do. I don't run from Satan. The only thing I run from is I'm afraid of not living the will of God. Once you cut on your light and do what God wants you to do, hey, you don't fear nobody. But you don't want to, hey, you got to always stay humble as in your walk with God every day. You got to be level up. You got to be balanced every day, because what? We are on the what? Battlefield. You see what I'm saying? I used to run the streets. I used to do all different type of things. Right now, you look at me, I look like I'm a thugged out motherfucker, right? But at the end of the day, see, I fight for Christ now. You see what I'm saying? I used to be out in the street and into the world and everything. But now I know better, I do better, right? Because what? You know better, you do better. That's what it's all consists of. And that's what this man is doing, is trying to see is this woman is living the will of God before he come and approach her. You see, because he ain't got time for this shit. Ain't nobody got time for this shit. You done worked on your life. You all the way up here balanced, right? And another person, they all the way down there. Ain't no way. We serve too many. Look, what God you serve? That's how when I meet people, what God you serve? They talking crazy. I already know what God they serve. These people here, they were manipulators. You see what I'm saying? They will mirror your ass. That's what narcissists do. If you like Jesus, baby, I had people come to me and say, I will pray with you, men. I will go to church with you. They will do anything to get what they want, correct? That's how it goes. But you got to know better, you do better. That's why you always have to stay level up to see what is going on into your life. But that's why the young man, I love to get examples, because that's how people learn. You see, I don't get on my channel saying all these big ass words. People say big ass word, all this educated shit. Don't nobody understand this shit. You heard me? I speak where like a baby can understand, because, hey, it's easy to understand what God got for you. You see what I'm saying? Heaven is free. Everything that's free is all about you, is what? Living up your life. You got to cut off people. You see what I'm saying? Your cutoff game got to be superb, right? Correct, soul family? Okay. But always remember, you don't know who's looking at you, who's listening to you. You see what I'm saying? Y'all need to go home, Check your light bulbs, your smoke detector. I find all kind of shit in my house. Then I tell them this is what I found, then they look like they crazy, right? But ain't nobody got money to keep moving and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't got money like that to keep moving. You find something here, then this and that and everything. But always remember, everywhere you go, you getting recorded. Everything you say, they recording you. They all on this earth, no matter where you at. If it's your house, you bought that house, I'm pretty sure they might got cameras in there, but that's why you got to check your shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, for an example, like in the hood, right? I'm from the hood. When the drug dealers get busted by the police, they gonna give away all their furniture, everything. Why? Because it's a bud in there. It's a bud. You see what I'm saying? It's a camera. They listening to you. That's what they say, right? That's in the 80s, the 90s. They still do this shit. You feel me? So, once it's like that, they get rid of everything. But always remember, you are recording everywhere you go. If you're in there having sex with your man, your woman, your wife, and they looking at you. If you're in there playing with yourself, they looking at you. People are looking at you and recording, and that's why they got that, what they call that black, whatever they do, that shit that you, black, what they call this, black market stuff, where they sell their bodies and stuff like that on thing. They put that shit on there. And what? You don't know what is going on. People coming towards you. You don't know these people. That man smiling at you. That woman looking at you. Why is these people looking at you? Because they done seen you on video. And you don't even know how they seen you, because they got recording y'all. Y'all need to wake up. You see, y'all need to wake up. I'm telling you now, I love you guys. And that's what's going on with this young man. He want to be married to this young woman, but he wants to know, is she are the truth? You see what I'm saying? Are she real? And she speak the game? Hey, you see what I'm saying? You walking, you talking, you what? You shit it. When you live in the real will of God, you always got to stay level up. So that's what he's doing. He's sending people towards her, trying to see, hey, this stuff might have been going on for a month. It could have been going on for a couple of months. You see, but that's how I get downloads. It could be for me. It could be from one of you guys. Okay, so family. But that's how men do. They gonna put a PI on you to see what's going on. The same way how the Vice do. The CIA and shit. They have you following and shit to see what you're doing. Okay, they doing this. They doing that. That's how they catch them, right? That's what they do. That's what men do when they want their women. They investigate your ass. You see what I'm saying? Women does that to men too. Okay, it's she the truth, because they ain't got time to be coming and putting you, inviting you into their life, and you ain't about their life. You see what I'm saying? You got to stay level up. That's why I always stay level up. My circle is short. It's just me and my coffee. I love coffee. It's damn near about 6 o'clock. I played hooky today. I called out. I did not want to go to work today. I woke up. I said, I'm not going to work today. You see, but I looked at my bank account and I said, hey, I can look, because I put my money up, right? That's the only thing that I'm missing is the money, but I look at my account, I got the money. That's why I'd rather have my peace of mind, fuck money. You see what I'm saying? Because peace of mind, you can't never get your peace of mind back. And it's hard for people to get peace of mind, because money cannot buy peace of mind. Correct? So, family, that's what I got. And once you got that, hey, can't no money, can't nothing come in to destroy your peace of mind. Okay, I just love you guys and everything. I know I've been on here for a couple of minutes, you see, but I'm just out and about. The sun came out earlier and everything. I'm just out down here. It's a pretty day, so it's windy. The sun is really not out. It's cloudy. It's not raining or anything, but always remember, you always been watched. You've been, the young lady, she go to the stores and everything. The men talk to her, try to get her number and shit. I seen where she tried to just fuck around and give a man the number, just to fuck with him, because she already know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? But when people got PIs on you and stuff like that, it's not to hurt you, it's to keep them from getting hurt, because ain't nobody going to invite you into their world after they done level up and everything, and you are painting a picture that you are this and that, and when you're not. That's why I always tell you guys to do your homework. Every day is always homework to do. It's always homework to do. You need to size up the people that's in your circle. That's homework, right? And you always gotta read your Bible. That's homework every day. So family, I just love you guys and everything, but I had to take one today. I sure did. They didn't work the hell out of me. I worked Monday through Saturday this week, last week, and today I took one. Because I said I'm going to win my peace of mind. And I look at my bank account, I said, hey, I got money, I can do that, right? But if you ain't got the money, hey, you got to get your ass up and go to work. But me, I took a low blow. So, hey, I'm still here. I had to get this download out today. And I'm sitting here steadily drinking my coffee. The sun is out, trying to come out. Yeah, but always remember, you always been watched. Everybody been recorded everywhere you go. Your house, your cars, everywhere. So always remember, stay blessed. You see, gotta stay level up, because Jesus Christ can block all that. You see what I'm saying? I just love you guys. And the download consists of where this young man is what? Got a PI, private investigator, on the young woman, trying to see if she is who she say she is. Always stay level up. Jesus Christ love you guys. You already know what I'm going to say. If the shoe don't fit, soul family, don't wear it. I love you guys.